Paranethrops planifrons, Zealandicus, Coda, Kiwai, and in plain English, freshwater crayfish, a valued taonga and mahinga kai species considered a delicacy by Māori. In the past, they were a staple food item and used as a bartering tool. Today, a threatened species listed by DOC, but a potential solution to the number one environmental issue facing our country, the declining quality of our freshwater resources. Coda are found in native and exotic forests as well as pastoral waterways, but not so much in urban streams anymore due to the due to the chemical pollution and degradation of habitat. These little crustaceans are struggling to survive with the changes in our waterways where they once thrived. Aquaculture has been undertaken for hundreds of years by tangata whenua that involves simply placing bundles of sticks and ferns at the bottom of lakes that would be retrieved later for harvesting. Aqua farming is an obvious solution to the degradation of our freshwater resources and the sustainability of our native species. By farming freshwater crayfish, we can produce healthy protein with minimal use of renewable resources. We can create clean freshwater ecosystems that won't impact on the environment, regenerate species in decline and create habitat, support a restorative and sustainable food system, and create supplementary revenue. Give a man a crayfish, you'll feed him for a day. Teach a man how to farm crayfish, and you'll feed him for a lifetime. Freshwater crayfish are found in a range of freshwater habitats, from sea level to subalpine, still, slow, or swift-flowing waters. They thrive amongst vegetation and riparian plant cover. They play a key role through predation and cleansing the stream bed of fine silt. Ideal conditions would be a pond full of aquatic plants to reduce nitrates, surrounded by riparian plants with a form of aeration to reduce ammonia levels. Our little crustacean buddies are in effect, kind of like an indicator species, like a canary in a coal mine. Check out the firefighting ponds in this slide located in the South Island. Once desolate and unused, they are now thriving with life. Earnslaw One, a New Zealand forestry company, have diversified to new levels by stocking their firefighting ponds with freshwater crayfish. These ponds are spring or rain-fed and not affected by any pollutants, so they become a barometer of environmental health for the forest. Eureka! Farming becomes more than a commercial venture. It is now a method of conservation. There is so much potential for expansion when you consider that forest resource covers over 8 million hectares. And heads up, North Island forests remain untapped. Market feedback indicates that there is export potential for New Zealand freshwater crayfish if consistent supplies of large quantities can be achieved. And now we have several iwi around New Zealand who are keen to investigate the potential of this freshwater taonga species. If you look beyond that hard, warty, spiky, dark exterior, underneath is a sweet, succulent, rich mouthful of nutrients. Freshwater crayfish farming produces healthy food with low resource use. It can sit alongside existing land uses without impacting on current production. And while the current focus may be within the forestry, there are so many other opportunities. The next time you're gazing out the window on a domestic flight, check out the freshwater ponds strategically spread across the country. The form of aqua farming aligns with the preferred model of a restorative food system, as they are produced to enhance the health of our environment, avoid genetic modification, eradicate toxicity to our soils and waterways, and give back to our planets. And the best part is, restorative food has a story, with a beginning and an end. It's a food system with a history that recognises the cultural connection of mana whenua te kai. It's a future where our food is sold with integrity and sustained by healthy waterways and soils. We are moving towards an aquatic apocalypse built on consumerism and greed, declining water quality and native species. Viable solutions are what we need. The elephant in the room does not have 4 legs and an udder, and this is no excuse to be fighting one another. The sleeping giant of the century could be found in aquafarming, a sustainable method of addressing pollution levels that are now alarming. As a globalised, recognised farming nation, I simply ask, please consider our native crustacean. Kia ora.